Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we are going to do a chit chat. Get ready with me. I'm going to use stuff that's in the Glitzy Fritzy basket. Not going to really tell you what I'm doing or anything. I'm just putting on makeup and chit chatting with you about some updates, things that are going to take place, and just in general, the thing I do when I'm talking. And then at the end, stick around if you want to see new things in the lip balm department. Okay, lippies that are coming out or are out new this season, because everybody got to have that lip tint, right? Everybody's got to have those lip balms with tints and juiciness on their mouths right now. So stick around for that. Looky what I found. How many days am I into this Fritzy basket now? And I am so bored. Not with my other choices, but with this. It's like the same look over and over every day. And, you know, truthfully, it's hard to tell them apart on your eyes. You know, you're like, nobody's going, oh, you did a totally different eye look today than you did the other day. Because it's not like it's one color's green and one color's blue or something and people would notice it. I can get a really nice eye look out of the palette, but it's like almost the same eye look every day. And I'm so bored with it. But in any case, I will persevere and keep using it. What are you guys using? Are you using my palette? I wish I was using my palette. If you don't know it, I have a palette. And some of you are going, okay, please shut up about your palette. The video I'm supposed to be filming, was supposed to be filming a few days ago, was this Lawless video, because Lawless sent me a whole bunch of stuff. Because I'm on their PR list, right? They sent me like 6 of these new blushes, their lip products and stuff. And naturally, they want me to showcase that in a video, which I fully intended to do. And between that and things that I have purchased in the past and what I got to do this video, I have enough for a whole face. Let's just do a Lawless face video. But no, on May 30th, I put in this order and I wanted to round everything out by purchasing 2 things. Their foundation, because I love their concealer. So I wanted their foundation. I want to give it a try, even though it says full coverage on it, and their brow pencil. Now here's the stunning part. Today is June 8th. It's supposed to be here on the 11th, but look at this long line of shipping. It starts here in Baltimore, and like it comes into my state and then leaves again. It's not due here until next Tuesday. Anyway, I wanted to use this video as a vehicle to offer up some information to you guys. I want to say thank you for all of the years, and I hope that a few of you will listen. Listen up, okay? Because some of you are very faithful to send me cards for pretty much every occasion. So I hope that you will hear me when I say thank you for all of the years. I feel like that song now. Thanks for the memories. La 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 la. I don't know what song that is, but thank you for all the memories. The stuff that you guys have sent me over the years. It's in here with me, and I have gotten them via my mailbox, but the mailbox is going away. 1st of August, I'm not going to renew. So I have that mailbox until the 1st of August, at which point they're going to be really surprised when I don't re-up. But it is outrageous what they are charging now. I remember when those mailboxes, because I have one over there for my business. I have been at that UPS store at one address or another. I'm going to say 21 years maybe.
I feel so old.
I have watched it go from $9 a month to now it's over $30 a month. I cannot afford that. And this wouldn't be a problem if I could just tell a few of you, here's my address. But that is something I'm never allowed to do, because that was the condition of me being on YouTube. That I wouldn't divulge real names and that I wouldn't put my address out there. And I've not. I've been very good about it.
She's always so good.
People in my family are urging me to give up this channel. Apparently, retirement to them meant something different than it did to me. And I'm the one who's messed up here in the head of what that means, because a lot of you, when I said I'm going to retire, a lot of you also thought that meant I'm ending my channel. When I announced I was going to retire in a video, you guys were like, no, don't leave. No, don't. And I'm like, where'd they get this? Where'd they get this thing that I'm leaving? Because of retirement. What I meant about I'm going to retire is I'm going to draw my Social Security check. Not that I was going to stop doing anything. Well, apparently you guys weren't the only ones who thought that. My mom thought that. Shy Guy thought that. They all thought that meant I'm closing this channel down. I never meant that I was going to stop making videos. So of course, you know, Shy Guy's not going to work every day. What's he doing instead? He's waiting on me. You know, we're going to do stuff now. Mostly what we're doing is going to doctors. And that doesn't necessarily mean anything's wrong. If you're retired, let me know. Did all of your time suddenly become, like, I don't know, you're busier than you were before you retired? And it's just taking care of business. It's just like constantly going to see a doctor for something. We didn't see the doctor this much before. What is going on? Why are we constantly at a doctor's office? I think other people were anxious for my retirement so that I could, you know, they would feel better about calling me and not disrupting my filming schedule, because nobody wants to bother you while you're at work, right? Although I know you guys have heard me say before, I've had a business of my own. For almost 25 years, I've worked for myself. I've been here working in one capacity or another all of this time. And I will tell you, because people always want to be their own boss, there is some advantages to having your own business, but you're always at the beck and call of someone. Even if it's your business, somebody is your boss. You just get to decide who that is. Okay, but you're still obligated during the time, and lines get blurred because you'll be working and then you can get up and do laundry, go to the store, make little errands or whatever.
You're supposed to be at work.
I've been trying to plan trips, you know, that we wanted to take after we retired and stuff. Guess whose job it is to do that? The one who knows how to use a computer. That's whose job it is. And another thing is that you forget when you're making plans to do stuff that you're going to get older. And maybe you won't be able to do those things anymore, right? Anyway, you know, when I wake up in the morning, my husband said I look like Phyllis Diller. Because I kind of do. Still trying to decide what I'm going to do. And thank you for all of you who've been telling me that my hair looks good longer, because I've been really self-conscious about letting it get longer. But one of the things here is that if we're going to be doing traveling and stuff, I want to be able to just pull my hair up in a ponytail and have a ball cap, because that's easier, it takes less time, and I can just be ready on the go. And many of you already do this and identify with what I'm saying. Okay, so we discussed the mailbox, and for most of you that won't mean anything at all. So what? Good for you. Stop doing your mailbox. I get it. But for some of you, that's going to be, you know, it'll make you sad because you won't be able to send me cards and stuff that you've sent me in the past. So thanks for the memories. I have always appreciated anything and everything that you guys have sent to me. You'll probably see me start to get more active on my Instagram now. I mean, I'm still going to try to, you know, put out a video a week on my channel, but depending, I mean, if we're off across the country, that obviously is not going to happen. The plan is to constantly be doing stuff even around here in Indiana. I mean, there are tons of places in this state that I've never seen in my own state. So while we still have the capability to get around without a cane, we're gonna be doing some stuff. So Friday's my published day, but there may be some Fridays here and there, and I don't want you to worry, okay? If I disappear from you, look on my Instagram, because you'll probably see me over there posting some things of where we're at or whatever. A lot more of the PR that gets sent to me will just be showcased on Instagram, because I won't be able to time out when I'm here and when PR needs to be shown, because some things, you know, they're running a special. It's going to be this. So, you know, showing it 3 weeks after the deadline of something, well, that just doesn't make a lot of sense. So when I get PR, probably I'll be showing it mostly over there on my wall here at YouTube, not in a video. I just wanted to make sure I gave you an appropriate amount of heads up on that. Does that mean I'm leaving? Not yet. If I'm gonna leave, I'll tell you. I'm just saying that I won't be able to tell you, you know, hey, I'm gonna be gone here because we're going here. You may not hear about that until after the fact. And that may mean that some Fridays you'll turn on the YouTube and I'm not here. That doesn't mean I left. It just means that we went somewhere to see something. I had an estate sale in here. It's been a couple of weeks ago, I guess. And I got a noodle pot. You might be going, what's a noodle pot? Okay, a long time ago. Actually, I just recently found out, where did that noodle pot go? Because we used it in our family. I mean, I'm trying to remember when we stopped using the noodle pot. I think the family got so big that that noodle pot wasn't sufficient anymore. And it wound up at my sister's house with the old cabinet. Like, this cabinet has a meat grinder on it, and I'll try and find a picture of it so you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the noodle pots, like back in the 40s and the 50s, they had these stoves, and they would have like the burners of the stove, but you also had like a hole that had a soup pot down inside of the hole. My grandma, when that stove went away, she kept the pot that went in it because it was our noodle pot. Every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, we have noodles, homemade noodles.
Not the store-bought.
And they get cooked in that noodle pot. Well, for years now, and I don't know how many, we've been using this Dutch oven at my house because I do Thanksgiving here. My sister does Christmas. And whoever's house is doing the dinner is the one who does the noodles. And so this noodle pot was with my sister, but at some point it stopped being used. There's a ratio. You have a whole Ziploc bag of these noodles, and you just know the whole thing can go in there. So you're still like putting all of those noodles in, but now they are breaking and becoming like that big because there's not enough room in the noodle pot. Well, the answer might be just don't put as much noodles in there, right? We need that amount of noodles for our family. The noodles are why we're doing the dinner. To tell you the truth, we can't not have the noodles. Everybody wants the noodles, so there's no cutting back on the noodles. I need the noodle pot. So we go to this estate sale in the neighborhood. It's basically not just out in the yard. You go through the whole house and see what you want out of the house. I had some really nice things in there. The woman who was living there was a widow, and she had full sets of Corningware. I'm talking about stuff I remember from my childhood in there. But, you know, I got nowhere to put all this stuff, but I spotted, and I think it was for $7, this noodle pot. And I told the lady who was sitting there on one of the couches going up for sale, I'm like, oh my gosh, do you know what that is? She's like, some kind of a pot. Yeah. I go, no, it's a noodle pot. So I told her about the stove and how this fits down inside it and stuff. And, you know, more than she probably wanted to know. I got to run for mayor everywhere I go, right? So she probably got more information than she wanted that day, but I filled her in on what this pot was, the significance of it, and we got the noodle pot. I came home, I made a batch of noodles, and did a trial run before Thanksgiving, right, to make sure that this was going to work, and it worked fabulously. You're like, okay, well, that's very nice to know, Mary. Why are you telling us about this stupid noodle pot? What I'm trying to tell you about was the open house. I remember, and I think somewhere on this channel I have told this story before about open houses. And every time there's an open house, me and my husband crack up laughing because we actually went in these people's house once who had an open house. And this has been, I don't know. Honey? How long ago do you think it was that we went in those people's house when they had the open house?
4 or 5 years ago.
Honey, Elijah was little. He was now.
Okay, 20-some years ago.
You're thinking about when somebody came in our house. Which that's a story too. Elijah, who's our youngest, he's 27, okay? So he was a young baby. He was enough to, you know, you carry him on your hip kind of baby. not the kind you let down in someone's house, right? So that's how long ago that's been. But every time that we see or talk about going to an open house, we can't help cracking up about this day that there's an open house, right? So we go in. Now, at that time, it was me, Shy Guy, the 4 bigger kids, and Elijah, who was, like I said, on my hip as a baby. And we get out of the van, we go in these people's house, and the kids just go crazy because we would do this as a way to like pastime, dream, you know, a cheap way to pacify all these kids is to do things like, you know, create an all-day adventure out of something like finding a pumpkin or whatever, you know, we're in search of the great pumpkin or whatever. And we could take up an entire day looking for stuff. They're no stranger to open houses is what I'm saying. So we would go to open houses and let them, you know, roam around, pretend, you know, if we bought this house, then, you know, this would be your room and this would be their room and this is what we would do with this room. And so they're accustomed to going inside of an open house and just taking off. So we go in and the guy that lived there, like, must have been in the bathroom or he was in another room. He wasn't in the front room when we entered the house. And the kids take off in through the living room, okay, because they're looking around like they always do. And my husband and I, we're walking in, but we haven't gotten far, but we're in their house. Imagine being this guy. You come out of the bathroom or whatever, and when you get into your living room, there's 4 kids in your house looking at all your stuff, 2 adults and a baby at the front door. And he comes in and he's like, "What are you doing?" I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was, you know, "What are you doing?" And we're like, "We're here for the open house." But we didn't read because the open house was the next day and we're in his home. So yeah, but what Shy Guy's referring to, I wasn't here, or I was in here doing something. I don't know where I was, but I wasn't in the front room. And Shy Guy's laying on the couch out there, and somebody just walked in our house. Is that right?
Elijah or somebody said, yeah, they're in there going in or something.
Shy Guy is laying on the couch, he's watching TV, and his back is to the front door. And my son, he's taking out the trash, and on his way out the front door, he sees this guy he's coming in our house. But I don't know why he didn't stop him. I guess he thought that we knew him or something. The guy just passes my son. My son's like, "What, you know, like, what do you want?" or whatever. The guy just walks in the house. And he had the wrong house, right? Shy Guy's just laying there watching TV on the couch and surprise! Hi! Anyway, back to this palette. So I'm really bored with it. I want to pull something else in. I was thinking about maybe, and I might still do it, go ahead, because I've got a ways to go on this basket yet, and I'm bored. So I was thinking about pulling this in by Laura Geller. I remembered I had it because this is in the basket this time, this Laura Geller powder, and I've really been enjoying using it again. And I thought, oh yeah, remember she has this palette you liked, and I went and got it, and I thought I might pull it in for some variety, but mostly because this, as I learned from the last vacation that I took, I did not really use. I used the e.l.f. Brow Powder Palette, and I don't know, I might just take that, a mascara, a lip balm, which I have a whole bunch of now. I might show you all these lip balms that have come into my possession, save Lawless, because, well, Lawless makeup, if it ever gets here, I'm going to do a video with. But I was thinking maybe if I was going to take something minimal, it might be this palette. And I wanted to see, if I just use this, would that be enough? Take this, a mascara, and a lip balm. And sunscreen, of course, because I'll be outside. But, you know, I fully intend to be on this vacation sans makeup a lot of the time, just for like going out to dinner or something, and just pulling my hair in a ponytail in a ball cap. I'm not taking a bunch of stuff with me. I'm going to go do my hair, and then I'll come back and I'll show you some lip products, right? And because this is all the rage Right now, this is all the rage. Tinted lip balms, lip glosses. So let me go do my hair somehow, and then I'll be back. I did go ahead and touch up my makeup with that Laura Geller, but I do, like I said, have a method to my madness, and you know, all right, I just want to pull it in here, okay? And then I got all these lip products here that I wanted to show you really quick, and if you've made it this far, congratulations, there's going to be a giveaway. But before we get into all of that, I want to get something from you guys. I am looking for a lip sunscreen, preferably something like this in one of these tubes, but that does not enter sunscreen into your mouth, so it doesn't taste like sunscreen. And I'm having the darndest time. I'm tired of wasting my money. You guys tell me, what lip sunscreen do you guys like? Because when we go on vacation, I'm going to be keeping my lips covered from the sun. And I thought this might be a really good one, and it probably is, but sunscreen keeps getting in my mouth. I hate it. I won't wear it then. If sunscreen's going to get in my mouth or in my eyes, I'm not going to wear it. That's just all there is to it. I wanted to talk about Claren's new lip oil balms, and they sent me 4. I think they have 6 total. These just feel so comfy. I love them. What I like to do is put it in my pocket and take it with me. But if you do that, it will melt because there's oil in it. And a lot of days it's just easier, instead of messing with a lip liner and a lipstick and blotting and going through all that, just to take this on the go and put it on. You get a little bit more than this, and these are $30, I think. Again, you may have already seen it from my post on Instagram, but you know Clarins is one of my favorite brands, and I just have to tell you about these, and also thank Clarins because they did send these to me. And then Sigma sent this big box. You know, you got an editor's note in there from Simone, who you know I'm a big fan of. I love Simone. And she is ingenious, okay, because she invented these lipsticks that I've talked about on my channel more than once. They're called the Infinity lipstick. So you probably gathered that this is going to be the giveaway. Most of it. All right, there is some things in here I'm going to steal out of here. This is their lip balm. It's clear. I love it. It's right up there with my La Mercier. This is their lip mask. I love it. I'm stealing those out of there for myself. You know what? I didn't pull it in here, but City Lips also has really nice stuff. They sent some stuff over, and I love it. I've been wearing that a lot. If you want your lips to look smoother, for your lips to be plumped up a little bit without the feeling of a plumper, City Lips has some awesome stuff. But let's talk about what's in here, because that's what's going to be in our giveaway. Lots of times I don't like to do these kinds of giveaways because I have to limit it to the United States. And that right there feels like I'm sliding a big chunk of you. That hurts my soul to do that, but I can barely afford to do a giveaway and mail it out here in the States. And I think I'll split that up in 3 packages. So 3 winners from the US. Before I dig the lipsticks out of there, I do want to show you, because this is just ingenious. This is my gommed up favorite nude from them, or what I say is a nude for me. It is New Mod, so I just want to show you because I've used this one for a while. Look at this. So their lipsticks are like a teardrop. Then when you roll it up, the base is turning. But notice that this is not. It's staying right there. And because of its shape, it always, that's why it's called Infinity lipstick. It always keeps that point. And the reason that Simone did this is because of the red. I forget which brand she was using at the time. I'm quite sure she uses her own brand now. But she made her own stuff. But the point is, or the lack of one thereof, she had a lipstick, one of her favorite reds, right? And there's nothing worse than a red lipstick that has no point, because you have to be very precise with red. It gets everywhere. It's messy. That's why she made these, all right? So this one is red. It's the most beautiful red. It's one of my favorite reds of all time, is Ecstasy by Sigma. But you see, when you put that on, you have no choice but to keep this in a point. And that's why she made these, is because she had a red lipstick, but she kept wearing the point off of it. And try putting on a red lipstick that's flat. That's why she invented these. And she's not a stranger to inventing things. Simone invents a lot of stuff that has revolutionized our industry. Anyway, let's get on to this. So the first one is Temptation, and I'm going to keep this because this is my sister's favorite. So I'm going to pull that one out and give that to my sister. But everything else in this box is going to be divvied up into a giveaway, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. But here are these lip glosses. The reason I can give this box away is because I already have all this. All right. The problem with PR is and giveaways is that they send it to you. You don't have it. You need to open it and swatch it. And when you do that, it now becomes something that you can't pass on. All of these liquid lips, Sigma's liquid lips, do not dry down and make your mouth feel dry. Love it. They have a wonderful formula. All of these lipsticks, the Infinity Points that I showed you, including my favorite, New Mod and Ecstasy. The lip creams. Oh, I'll tell you what, these slam it. If you like to have the hydration and the application of a lip oil, but you want a lipstick out of it, these lip creams are awesome. And these lip oils, which I guarantee you will feel so comfortable on your mouth. And like the Clarins ones I showed you, the tint of these makes your own mouth look better. So if you don't want to mess with a lipstick or whatever, you don't have to. The lip creams are like a step up from that. And then you've got your liquid lips and your lipsticks. Then we have these hydrating lip pots, which is why I don't feel bad stealing the other stuff out of there. Again, like I said, I'm going to choose 3 winners, and I'm going to divvy up all these products between the 3 of you somehow. If you want to be entered for the giveaway, then what you have to do is write this email right here. Okay, that keeps it safe here for everybody. We don't have to worry about somebody is gonna, tell you won something you didn't. It's easy. If you don't get an email back from me from that email, you didn't win. You don't have to worry if you're getting scammed in the comment section or not. I will use a random numbering system to pick the 3 winners. You'll get an email back from me that says you won, asking you for your mailing address so that I can send that stuff to you. And that is how we're gonna do that. All right, then you guys go out, be a blessing to somebody else, all right? Because that makes the world go round, make your heart feel so good inside. And Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Love you, see ya.